refusal of MOT. In the UK, Ministry of Transport it stands for, we have an annual test. Gonna get a ball joint on the car. You don't want to hear me talk about it, but I've got to get it replaced. Otherwise, legally, I'm not supposed to be on the road. I still got 2 weeks left to get it done. I don't even know if that ball joint has been off that car since it was made from manufacture 22 years ago. So I've got one here, we're gonna stick it on. Hopefully, it shouldn't be too difficult to remove. Enough talk, let's get into it. Just going to move it back a bit. Give myself as much room as I can. And because I'm on a hill, I'm going to chop the back wheels. Just here is my drop link. I don't know if it's original, we'll soon find out. And I can see straight away, I can actually move it. That ain't too good. So I could actually tell, I knew it was probably going to be touch and go whether you passed it. But I could tell when I was driving it, when I put my foot on the brake, there was a little bit of a movement on the pedal. Oh good, it's not spinning. Hey, there she goes. I get a new nut with the new ball joint, so that's cool, and the gang. Ha ha ha! Not much left in there. Yeah, that's had its better days. In fact, the rubber should be over that little collar there. Right, now I'm going to try and count the turns. Let's get the new one. Here is the new one. So I'm probably going to have to get an alignment done. Different manufacturers are going to be slightly different, and if I can keep the locking nut where it is, I'll mark it with a little Sharpie pen, then I might be in a near enough position. But it's always best when you're mucking about with anything to do with the steering components on any car, is once you've removed the part, replaced it, get yourself an alignment done. But nevertheless, I'm going to mark it just here, just in case. You'll also be able to see it from the rust mark as well. It's also another good time to check the rest of the components. Now that you got that track rod off, you can move this around and hear where the squeaks are. And because I've got free movement now, look, you can have a look at the rubbers here, on the suspension, up on the body side there. And I've definitely had a problem with a squeaky ball joint down here as well. So the nice thing about it is all 22 mils so far. So I'm going to crack this off. So I'm going to hold that there and see if I can't undo this. So I'm just going to pop it back in temporarily. see if I can undo this nut. There she goes. Right, so now that locking nut's undone, I can now undo. I've turned that half a turn, so I'm going to get my nut and I'm going to turn it back to where it was, which is there. Now I can undo my little trap rod end. I don't think this is genuine. Looking at it there, I've got a feeling I've replaced this before because I was smart enough to put a little bit of grease on there as well, which makes all the difference because this is just coming off beautifully. There. So it's definitely not a genuine part, but it's knackered, that for sure. I can hear it. And that's what I could feel through the pedal when I braked. Right, let's get that to fuck. Let's get the new one on. Comes with a new nylock. That's a nut with a bit of nylon around it to stop vibrations and coming loose. Because you can imagine you'd be in a world of trouble if this thing comes loose. And it's nice and firm and tight. Just how I like it. Just going to put a little bit more grease on there. Why not? Came off beautifully. She's 22 years old, this car. And sometimes it amazes me when I take off certain things. It's like it's just come from factory. Right, let's get this back on again. Importantly, I've kept that nut exactly where it was. So we should be near enough in the same place for the length of the throw from the steering rack, which is turning the whole front wheel assembly. You can count the turns as well, but it depends on where the thread starts. So I just like to use the locking nut as my datum until I see it start to, it should start to move there. Right, so now I know I'm in the right place. So I'm just going to slacken off slightly so I can point that the direction it needs to be in. There. So let's just tighten that up. So looking at it there, now that I've marked it, I actually have somehow lost a few threads. So this is why it's good to mark it. You can see actually that I've turned that there, and this whole ball joint is further out towards the car, which is wrong, which means my steering's going to be all wrong. So I'm going to turn that back to where I can't turn it anymore. Fortunately, I put some under sealant on this, which means that it's holding the position that it was originally, which is there. I'm just going to nip that up. Beautiful. Look at that. Brand spanking new. Get my new locking nuts. Now, you'll probably find as you go and tighten this, it'll start to turn on you. And for that reason, in the middle, they put a little Allen key so that you can hold it. So I won't use a ratchet on this one, and I'll leave it off so that you can see what I mean as I tighten it. If you watch the middle, it might start to, there we go, it's starting to turn on me now. So this is where you get a little Allen key. It looks like a 5mm. Yeah, you can just drop that in there. There you go, it's holding now. Done. Put a little bit of under sealant on with that where I was hitting it with a hammer. Just for neatness, let's wipe it off the nut so that the guy in the garage can see that it's all brand new and done. There we go. Go easy when you're using a impact gun. It's better to torque it. I just like to put them in because it's quicker. There is a link for one of these down below, by the way. Astonishing amount of torque. Really good value for money. 2 batteries, charger is excellent. Really, really good. Right, I'm going to get my torque wrench out and just torque those up. So 130 Newton meters. Just there. Okay, we are done. So what do you think? All in all, you can do the job in 20 minutes if you can get the ball joint off. A little tip, get the wheel, turn it all the way out so you can get a bit of purchase on it, and then you can knock it out. Usually by tapping the side, it's enough of a what they call ultrasonic shock to break the rust and allow it to come out. But on this occasion, I had to hammer it from the thread, put a nut on the end. It gives you a little bit of help as well. So 20 minutes, it cost me £15 for the part. If I took it to a garage, you're looking at £80 labour, plus the part, plus the markup that they make on the part, easily 150 quid. So I've just saved myself around about £130. Not bad. Go and treat the missus. So the main thing is, will it now pass? I can't see why not. Right, let's see if I can go get my MOT. I'm going to have a little tap on the brake. Yeah, that little screech is my actual brake disc. It's not the joint, but it certainly feels a little bit more solid underfoot. Right, let's see. Right. So here are the results. The guy, I thought he was just going to look at it. I'm going to turn the wheel and he can have a look and see if I've done the track rod end. But to be fair, he's got to do it properly, so I had to wait till the ramp was clear and he put my car on the ramp. And it passed! Of course it passed. And there you go. 20 minutes worth of work. My coffee didn't even get cold. The wife is still in her pajamas. And I saved myself, all in, around about 130 quid, I reckon. And now you can go treat the missus. And as we all know, gents, happy wife, happy life. Right, let's get the top down. This is what you do. Get your tunes on and you celebrate these little wins in life. For a 22-year-old car, she's got a clean bill of health to go on the roads once more in the UK. She's got her MOT. Right, tunes on. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.